Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Boxing Scene's Top Stories here on ProBox TV, your boxing channel. I am George DeMatteis, and we'd like to remind you to download the app where apps are available. You get the total experience on the app. You can watch the fights, get all the great news articles, and so much on the ProBox TV app. And you can listen to Top Stories where podcasts are available. We got the champions in the house with us, Chris Algieri and Paulie Malignaggi, joining us here on Top Stories. Well, they're calling him the modern George Foreman. We're talking about Congo's Martin Bakole, fresh off that knockout victory over Jared Anderson. And he has put out a hit list of opponents that he would like to face next, including Joseph Parker, ZHILEI, ZHANG, and others. All right, Paulie, who would you like to see him fight next? And does he have a path? Does he look like he could possibly win a world title?
He's entertaining, man. I wouldn't mind seeing him against just about anybody. He's one of these fighters who's gonna bring entertainment. He can punch. He's exciting. He holds his ground, as we saw in the Jared Anderson fight. So he's not gonna go anywhere. He's gonna look to put those shots together. And honestly, he's pretty quick for a big guy. He puts these big clubbing shots, a la old school George Foreman. But at the same time, man, he's got a good snap, good quickness, a bit of deceptive speed to him. I wouldn't mind seeing him against just about anybody. I don't know if he can become a world champion. I wouldn't go that far. Maybe he can contend for one or even fight in a world title fight. I like to see him try. Nonetheless, I wouldn't mind seeing the whole journey because he's like I said, he's an entertaining fighter, and he's not gonna give you a show that you're gonna wind up thinking you watched the dud at the end of the fight. Even the Anderson fight, everybody was excited. The Anderson was the talk of the town going in, but Anderson really had been a bit unproven, and Bakole showed really that there were levels to this high level game here at the top. So Bakole definitely showed that he's at a certain level. Whether he can reach a world title level, we're not going to know. I'm not quite sure he can, just because the heavyweight division has a lot of depth to it right now, and there's some really, really tough opponents in the way of world championships. Mainly right now it's just Usyk, but even guys that aren't world champion, there's probably some guys I'm not sure Bakole could beat. But I love to see him try, and I love to see him get in with all of them because he's an exciting fighter that makes good for good TV.
Yeah, man, I like Bakole. I was impressed with what I saw against Jared Anderson. Obviously, a much smaller guy, a guy who hadn't been to that level yet, was a bit exposed that night. But Bakole did show some skill, some power, really big for the weight class, like a true super heavyweight. You know what he kind of reminds me of, champ? Like a Sam Peter, one of those guys who's going to fight he's going to fight everybody. He's probably not going to win a world title, but he's going to be fun. He's going to be competitive with everybody. I think he should really run with this opportunity. He's broken out onto the world stage by knocking off the next great American heavyweight and do it in an exciting fashion. So, I've watched some of his other fights as well. You're right, champ. He is exciting. He gets hit. He's durable. He's well in the fight. He's a good body puncher too, which is kind of rare in heavyweights these days. But I'm not quite sure if he can actually become a heavyweight champion because of how good the weight class is right now. But those three names that he mentioned, I mean, ZHANG, I want to see ZHANG with everybody. So there's two guys I want to see them with him, and everybody have them fight each other. I think that's a bombs away great fight with two huge heavyweights. Caballal, he's looked really good as of late. Scored a couple upsets on some of these Riyadh cards. And then who was the last guy that he said? Joseph Parker. Yeah. Someone that no one calls out. Nobody wants to fight Joseph Parker. Joseph Parker is a banana peel in a heavyweight body. That guy is been upsetting the apple cart time and time again. He's researched his career in a big way. Nobody calls that guy out. So the fact that Bakole's calling him out, that's a good sign to his character and what kind of fights he's looking for. So
that might be the makeable fight. That might be
very makeable fight. Very makeable fight. I bet you ZHANG is too. I mean, and Ajit as well. All three of those guys he mentioned, pretty smart call out. Those are all fights that can be made on a Riyadh card and make some good money.
And he got a hero's welcome in his native Congo after that victory over Jared Anderson. And we'll see if Turki Al-Sheikh puts him on an undercard to enhance possibly a Crawford Virgil Ortiz fight. You never know what could happen with Turki Al-Sheikh. But Martin Bakole is certainly a heavyweight on the rise. And don't forget to scan the QR code, download the app where apps are available, where you can watch the best live fight series in boxing, Wednesday Night Fights. Another one coming up August 21st here on your boxing channel. I'm George DeMatteis. Thank you for watching Boxing Scene's Top Stories.
Wednesday Night Fights. Dynamite action on Wednesday Night Fights every other Wednesday on your boxing channel.
Coming up on your next Wednesday Night Fights, August 21st. Former Unified World Champion Swift Jarrett Hurd takes on former Unified World Champion Jason Banana Rosario.
Live from the ProBox Event Center in Plant City. Get your tickets at proboxtv.com or take your chances at the door. Wednesday Night Fights.
For more ProBox TV, scan the QR code on the screen or go to the App Store and Google Play. ProBox TV, your boxing channel.